Why were Nuremberg trials judges in an ethical dilemma? Imagine being a judge in a courtroom where the rules are being written as you go. That was the challenge faced by the judges at the Nuremberg trials. These trials marked a turning point in history because they aimed to hold Nazi leaders accountable for crimes committed during World War II. But the judges had to make tough choices that tested their sense of right and wrong. They had to figure out how to judge acts that were not clearly illegal before the war. Many of the atrocities, like genocide, had no specific laws against them at the time. This meant they were applying new rules retroactively, which is normally frowned upon in law. It created a dilemma about fairness and whether it was right to punish people for acts that weren't illegal when they happened. Another issue was who the judges were and where they came from. The tribunal was set up by the Allied powers who had won the war. These judges came from different legal backgrounds, some from common law, others from continental law, and some from Soviet law. This mix made it hard to agree on what justice really meant. Plus, the trials moved quickly, with no formal appeals process, which made some judges question if they were rushing to judgment. The fact that the judges were part of the victorious side also raised questions about impartiality. Could they truly be neutral when they were judging the defeated enemy? Then there was the problem of responsibility. Nazi crimes involved many people working in a complex, bureaucratic system. Pinpointing who was directly responsible for specific atrocities was difficult. Judges had to decide how to fairly assign guilt when orders and actions were spread across many levels. This was especially true in cases like the doctor's trial, where medical experiments pushed ethical boundaries. The defendants argued that their experiments were similar to those before the war and that no clear international rules existed. This forced the judges to think about new ethical standards for medical research. Their decision led to the creation of the Nuremberg Code, which emphasized voluntary consent and humane treatment. All of these factors created a tough situation for the judges. They wanted to deliver justice for crimes that shocked the world, but they also had to work within a legal system that wasn't fully prepared for such crimes. They faced the challenge of balancing moral outrage with legal fairness. They had to decide whether to follow existing laws or create new standards to hold people accountable. This tension between doing what was morally right and sticking to legal rules was the core of their ethical dilemma. It made their decisions even more complex and highlighted the importance of fairness in justice.